Hey y'all, nothing says comfort like a nice bowl of chicken and rice soup. And I just want you to know, last week when I was up staying with my daughter-in-law after her knee surgery, her friends just kept bringing different dishes over. I went up there to be the cook and the chauffeur, but I didn't even have to cook because her friends are all good cooks and they were bringing things. But one thing that her friend Jonna brought was some chicken and rice soup. It was chicken and wild rice soup. And it was delicious. So I asked for the recipe, and that's what I'm cooking tonight. Because I think all of us would love to have some nice comfort food like this, whether you're sick or whether you're just wanting to chill out and watch a Hallmark movie. Like, see, I've got on my Hallmark movie watching shirt. And have a nice warm bowl of soup. And you know, with this cold weather, and I know a lot of you are experiencing a lot of really bad weather right now. Bob and I were just watching on the news, and there's bad snowstorms in some areas. There's a lot of tornadoes that are going on over in parts of our country today. And so let's just all say a prayer that everyone will stay safe, and that you'll be able to have power and be able to cook and try this wonderful soup. And you know, I just pray God's protection over everyone who's watching this video, because you know, He can protect us all. So anyhow, let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a fourth of a cup of butter, which is a half of a stick. I'm going to melt this over here in the pot. So let me get that going, and I'll tell you about the other things that go in here. I make a regular chicken and rice soup, which I've posted before, but this one just was really delicious. It had lots of other things in it that I have not put in mine. So it takes a little bit more time prepping this one, of course. Most anything that's really good is going to take a little bit of time to cook. So while I was toasting the cinnamon pecans that I did earlier today, I went ahead and chopped up the vegetables. So since I had to be in the kitchen to stir those pecans every 15 minutes anyhow, I was like, well, I might as well be using this time. And so I've chopped up 3 carrots, and I just diced them real fine. As you can see, they're really fine. And then this was 3 stalks of celery, and then a nice, just normal size onion. If it's a large onion, just do a half of an onion, but this was just a regular normal size onion. So those are some of the veggies, and then it's going to have mushrooms in it. If you don't like mushrooms, I guess you could leave that out. And then we're going to use rice-a-roni, wild rice, long grain and wild rice packets, because that has you know, if I use 2 of those, then that's a cup of rice, and that's what I needed. And then I'm going to use 1 of the packets of seasoning that was in there. So just giving you a little heads up on some of this. So what I'm going to do now is cook these vegetables in this butter. It's just about melted now. So let me get that going. I need a longer spoon. There we go. So I'm going to cook these for a little bit until they're soft. Get them all in here. Good aiming. I didn't spill any of them. Yay! Got them all in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to stir this up. Oh, it looks really pretty in here. Let me show you. Come here, look. Look how pretty that looks down in there. All those colors. Yay. And tomorrow I think I'm going to make a pasta dish that will look real Christmassy. I think it's called red and white and green pasta. So that'll look nice. But anyhow, that was another recipe that a friend has shared with me. So anyhow, let me get these softened. It'll take about 3 minutes or so, and then I'll be getting back with you and adding the other ingredients in. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes, so now I'm going to, and the onions have started getting translucent, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the sliced mushrooms. And I bought these already sliced at the grocery store, so I don't have to do that myself. I think some grocery stores sell like the celery already chopped up, and the maybe the carrots too. I don't know, but you know, that's the most time-consuming thing with this particular dish. Okay, this is 1 teaspoon of salt, which I'm going to put in now. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And then I'm just going to let this saute now until the mushrooms get really tender. And I'll be back with you. Okay, I'm back. The mushrooms are tender now. And so now I'm going to add in the chicken. This is cooked chicken. It's actually a rotisserie chicken. I pulled it all off the bone and chopped it into little pieces. And I actually had enough, this is 3 cups, and I had enough left over that I'm going to make some chicken salad tomorrow. So anyhow, this is going in, 3 cups of cooked chicken that's been chopped up. And now then I'm going to put 6 cups of chicken broth in here. So this is 4 cups right here. And then I've got to get 2 more cups in. You can see this makes a lot of soup. And I don't mind making a lot of soup because Bob and I'll eat what we want tonight, and then I'll freeze the rest. If I had a sick friend, I would be taking it to a sick friend. But right now, everybody seems to be well, so it will go in the freezer. And when I need it, I can pull it out. So got that going. And now I'm going to take, this is 1.5 cups of heavy cream. It's heavy, this is like whipping cream. And I'm going to mix in a tablespoon of flour. This happens to be self-rising flour, but I think any flour would work. And then I'm just gonna whip it. Let's see if I can get you turned down a little bit where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just gonna stir that in really good because this goes in there too. But we want it mixed up good first. If you don't have one of these little bitty whips, it's a really good thing to have. There's lots of times when, you know, a fork or a spoon just doesn't do as well in a little dish, and I use this thing all the time. All right, so that's mixed up in there. And now I'm just going to pour this in here. This just adds the creaminess to the soup. Makes it even more delicious. All right. You can see the soup's turning kind of white now. And now I'll add in the rice. 1 box. second box. And I'm going to put in one of the packets from the rice-a-roni. Just add some other good flavors in there. Get that stirred in. Let me bring you over here and let you see what this is looking like now. You can see that soup's looking good already. That flavor packet looks like some basil or something like that in it. It's either basil or parsley, I'm not sure which. I'll have to read on the package and see. Anyhow, I think that's all that goes in there now until it cooks and we taste it and see if it needs more salt or pepper. So I'm gonna let that cook. It needs to just simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes so that the rice gets nice and done because everything else in there is done. So I will get back with you when it's closer to ready. Hey y'all, it's been 25 minutes and I forgot to tell you, I had the lid on the pot, so it simmered with the, covered for the whole 25 minutes. So now I've taken out a little bit to taste, and I'm trying to cool it off for a second, but it looks really good. It looks just like what her friend had brought, so let me just taste it and see. That is so yummy. I think it needs just a little bit more salt though, so I'm going to add some salt to it. And then I'm going to make some biscuits to go with this. It's a little bit different. Something with garlic and cheese and stuff, so I'll show you that on the next video. But please help me reach my 125 subscribers. Go ahead and hit subscribe wherever it is on your device, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you.